All right, so today we're going to talk about you living to your fullest and not watering down the fire inside, with drinking alcohol. I'm not going to say putting the fire out inside you with alcohol. That wouldn't really make sense because alcohol is flammable. But you get the point where I'm going with this. Just really think of like all the time you would save not being wasted. 5, 10, 12 hours a night, depending on how much you drink, the weekend time you drink, if you're a binge drinker like I was. The hangovers, the 1 to 3 day hangovers, some people don't get hangovers, props to you. To me, that's dangerous because then you're more prone to drink more. And that toxicity from the alcohol's just more bearing on your body, right? But if you're one of those people, congratulations. If I didn't have hangovers and I could drink like a lush every night, I probably would have done so. And I wouldn't be in the same situation, I don't think. I think it'd be much, much worse. Don't mind my animals. They just fight behind me all the time. So, yeah. With all that being said, try to add up a tally of all the hours spent, like when you drink, when you even think about drinking. That can be a trap in itself. Like I used to think for hours on a Friday evening. I'd waste 2-3 hours just obsessing on whether I should, whether I shouldn't. That's gone, and I'm very happy that that's gone. And less than 3 weeks away from a year, and it's gotten much easier with this kind of stuff. There are times I'll be just like, I'll think about drinking and it'll hit me a little bit like, man, a drink would be nice. But you have to have a system in place. You have to think about everything that comes with it. It's never worth it. And I got too much to lose. And I'm not messing a year up. Lashing out a year would be absolutely terrible. Like the dread the next day would be so bad for me. I couldn't fathom it. You guys got me bald today, so, and girls, whoever's watching. This is the non-hat form, and I have to shave. I'm a mess, but we'll get through it. But yeah, there's a lot of time wasted. I wasted a lot of time laying around, hungover, not doing anything. I avoided a lot of fun things. I possibly missed opportunities in the past. I don't, who knows? So much more productive now. I mean, I was always a productive individual, but it's like a 50% increase, I'm not going to say it's like 10x like you're Superman. There's a lot of extra time. My weekends seem longer. They still go too fast, but it's not like a whole day of being hungover and a night of being drunk, and then you have one day to recover, you know what I mean? But no more money spent at the bar. My money's going towards more things I want, investments. I'm stacking more money. It's great, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to be buying more security, some updated cameras for my place. That'll be nice. That's really all I want anytime soon. I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. I work a lot. That keeps me busy. That helps. If I wasn't working, it'd probably be much more of a struggle to stay sober. I have went 4 months while not working before in the past. But it makes it harder. Like, the idle mind, idle hands is the devil's playground, right? But things have been going great as far as that. Just working 10 plus hours a day. And then just staying busy, making this content and getting things done on the weekends. Working out, oh man, it's been going great. The weekends, I used to just work out Monday through Friday. Now I fill in Saturdays or Sundays with, calisthenics, cardio. It feels amazing to be more physically active and not just laying around and feeling like a toxic mess. But you can do it. You're meant for better. And there's a fire in everybody, right? They just have to ignite it, and they have to cut out the vices. Alcohol in particular, but even nicotine if you can. Weed, just all the vice is gone, even coffee. But first and foremost, alcohol is way worse than anything else, right? Like, if you're smoking nicotine, don't drop it all at once. If you're planning on quitting that, wait down the line, keep smoking when you quit drinking. And if you're smoking weed, smoke weed when you quit drinking. They're a lot less detrimental, in my opinion, than alcohol. Same with coffee. I'd pick crashing in the evenings any day of the week than over being hungover. So I'm sticking with coffee for now. You all know I'm very open about my caffeine intake. It's obnoxious, but down the line, I'll cut this out too. You don't want to deplete too many of your vices at once. It'll make it harder on you, and then you may be more prone to relapse into one of the said categories, right? Like, I quit nicotine well before I quit alcohol, and before I quit alcohol, well before I tried to quit nicotine. Now, like, both are gone, but if you're trying to quit both at the same time, it could be very hard. I don't recommend that. I do one and then months later, like a year later, do the other. Like, keep one vice to keep you sane a little bit. Like, without coffee, I think I might get back on some SSRI medication to help with, like, my anger and anxiety. And around that time, at the end of the year, I might try to cut out caffeine then, lower my anxiety levels, try medication again. I can go without it. I was on it for a year, and I've been off of it again for over 3 years. So I can go without it, but I want to try it again and see how it works with not drinking while on it, because I was still drinking when I was on the medication. A lot of people do it, but it's not recommended, right? But yeah. I think I'm going to cut the caffeine out, get rid of this last vice once the med comes in, and then is that considered a vice? I don't know. I know it's not supposed to be long term. I'm going to try it for 6-12 months, see where I'm at with it. Mess with the milligrams if my doctor allows it. If she doesn't think it's needed, I'm just not going to bother with it. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I was on sertraline in 2019 to 2020 when I was laid off from the oil field. I lost my insurance, and they had to do labs. My 1 year re-up for labs was due, and without insurance, that stuff is outrageous. So I weaned off and just went without it. I know that probably sounds like a nightmare to a doctor, but I did. I weaned down very little, and then I just got off of it, and I was fine. You just can't go from 50 or 100 milligrams and just stop. Like, that can be bad, right? I had to do what I had to do. I wasn't going to spend a couple grand on labs. And normally it would be like $160, right? So, yeah, it is what it is. I don't recommend that, but that's what I did. We'll see where we go with that. If that can calm me down a bit, that might be good. And we'll see about this. This is my last enemy. This is going to be tough. I'm way more dependent on caffeine now than I ever was. Like, I drink so much of it. It's just black coffee. It's bean water. I'm going off on a tangent like I always do. But anyways, you can do it. You will have more time to improve yourself and be more productive. You can work more. You can work on side projects more. You can start up more hobbies. You can find more passions that you enjoy. That's what it's about. Like, even when I'm bored now, I don't crave alcohol. Like, I'll try to find something to do, make content, even video games. Like, I do. I spend a lot of my free time gaming. There's games that I like, but when I burn out, I back away. It can take months for my burnout to happen. Then I back away from gaming, focus more on something else. Guitar, I really need to get my midis out and try to make some electro music and dabble with it and learn the piano more. I am sleeping on that, and don't put things off like I do. I should get that out this morning and mess with it for an hour and force myself to do it a half hour to an hour a day. But I haven't. It's just a bit of a pain to hook it up. You know what would be cool? Like a stand down here where I could set it here and have it down here at all times. Like, that would be nifty. Like, I need to do something to have it closer because the act of getting it out and putting it back is annoying. I used to have one here, but it's in the way of my stream PC. But that's a passion I want to reinvoke. Like, the acoustic cars... my acoustic guitar is my go-to. I grab and go, I play, right? That's my guilty pleasure. I'm always playing that. I don't get my electrics out much. To me, I can play the electrics much easier than the acoustic. I can't riff because I don't practice that either, unfortunately. But it's always grab and go because I can just grab it and go, and that's all I focus on because I'm a nitwit. Don't put things off. Just do it and force yourself to do it. I am a procrastinator. Even in school, I would wait till the night of to do a project, to study for a test. The MIDI, I've had all this product in MIDI and FL Studio and Reason to make music again. I put money into it in 2021, and it's been 2 years, and I got it out maybe a handful of times. I hate that about myself. But once I fixate on it and focused on it, I will put all my effort into it, and I'll excel at it, right? But I'll put it off. Same with like progressing on acoustic, like learning harder bar chords and riffing more. I procrastinate. That's my toxic trait. I will procrastinate and procrastinate. If a debit card needs re-upped onto a new one, I'll wait till the last freaking day. Registration, the last day. It's like everything. Last day. My physical for work, September. I'll wait till the end of September to get my physical. Don't be like that. That is a very bad trait I have that I need to fix, actually. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm much more aware about it. And I will put everything off to the last second. And it's so toxic. I'll sit around and I'll worry about something that I won't take care of for months. Like, I had an issue with something, and I sat on it for like 6 months, and I would think about it every other week, right? And then once I took care of it, it took like 2 seconds. And I wasted all that. I procrastinated so long and worried about it here and there. Probably a few hours of worrying when it took 10 seconds to fix, right? It's absurdity. Don't do that. Just do it. I'll say that and I still won't get the middies out because I'm going to try to work out today. I got errands to run and stuff, and I'm probably going to game because I want to be lazy into the evening. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Just don't be like me. That's one of my flaws too, procrastinating. And I think I get enjoyment out of it because it's like it gives me something to push off and look forward to. Right? Like, I've just always been that way. Now, if it's something immediate or urgent, I take care of it, But yeah, this video is already at 13 minutes and I've rambled on. Just, if you eliminate the alcohol or the drugs, you will excel. It will take time. You will progress. You will be much better than you were before. There's just no doubt about it. It's a much easier life. You're just fighting your consciousness more. You're more aware of your emotions and your anger, and that's the stuff you're battling that you're suppressing, right? That's where it's hard. I can't numb out and shut off and be hung over halfway through the week and not care. I'm hyper aware all the time, and I get triggered easily, and like my anger builds up. That wasn't really there when I was drinking. That's what I was suppressing, and that's what's coming out. But I'm getting used to it, and I'm handling it. And that's the tough thing, People start to feel emotions. They want to suppress those emotions. I'm like, I used to avoid certain songs, avoid certain things, and I force myself into listening to them now. Even if they make me sad, I'll relish in the emotion instead of avoiding it until I'm blasted drunk, and then I'll just be an emotional mess while confronting these things, right? You want to confront them while you're sober and let those emotions just boil to the top and just face them head on. That's what it's about. That's how you succeed. Don't avoid them, And that's really it. This video went on way too long, but take it easy.